Welcome back, guys. Today I've got my hands on the Acoustics Q-AV rear and Q-AV NXT manuals. I've actually got the speakers, but I think I've done a review of them before, so have a look at my other videos. But these are quite decent speakers. Big fan of Acoustics, UK made. Their subwoofers are just fantastic. I've gotten to grow a new appreciation for them. They're long throw subwoofers, very well built. This bang, pack a huge bang. Great value for money. I think if you have an opportunity to get a Q Acoustics sub, try it out. It's well worth it. Anyway, we'll go through the manual for the Q Acoustics Q-AV rear. You'll see these come up in on the Bay or other selling websites. Very well quality speakers. I like the Q-AV rear ones only because of the way they're designed. You can see from that picture there, it's designed such that they can sit at the bottom just above your skirting board, or even in the top corner where the ceiling meets the wall, and it has a good natural angulation the way it's designed. They are NXT model speakers, so not the standard driver and tweeter you would find. They're flat panel. You can read up about the pros and cons about that elsewhere, but let's have a look at the manual for those that you haven't had it. Feel free to pause screen and have a read through when you want to. These are the Q-AV rear. It comes with a pin to remove the grill, and the wiring is a bit of an odd where you've got to feed the wire to the back and it wires up in the front. Comes with a mounting plate at the back as well. But have a read through to look at the specs and what these speakers are about. I've got the same manual for the subwoofer and the LCR soundbar, which I'll show you in a later time. So you can see this is where they recommend putting it in above the coving. You can see how it hides, angles quite nicely at the ceiling point where it meets the wall. Feel free to leave any comments. Be more than happy for you to subscribe to the channel to keep an eye out for other videos of mine. There we go. Care and Cleaning, NXT, trademark for New Transducer Limited. KEF have a NXT model. I think the Kit 100 speakers are NXT models. There we go. Warranty if you're interested in that. And more importantly, you can have a look at the specs for the speakers that come in the range. You can see the Q-AV LCR versus the Q-AV rear speakers. They're both 100mm drivers, similar frequency specs on them, although the power rating for the center is slightly higher at 100 watts max, whereas the Q-AV rears are 75 watts. And the Q-AV subwoofer, that's a beast. It's a very worthy performer, so definitely worth having a look at that. So thanks for having a look at the manual for the Q-AV rear. This is the Q-AV rear, the full AV speaker system. They normally come in sets, nevertheless you can have a look at the individual write-ups for these. I'm hoping you can read these clearly enough. And like I said, you will need to pause the system, pause the screen in order to read the rest of it clearly. And that's how the NXT, the front LCR. The good thing about the LCR, it's actually an expandable bracket. So you can see there, that's when they're all three close. The bracket itself allows you to spread the left and right channels out. And similarly, the front grille is designed as well, where you've got two Allen keys on the top and the bottom of the frame, and allows you to stretch it out. And you might wonder what happens to the material grille. But the material grille is also quite stretchy fabric, so you stretch it out depending on how long you have the soundbar extended for, and it clips in with a hook and loop system at the back of the grille. They've got these little strips of hooks where the material wraps around and just hooks onto it. So there we go. Installation. That's a picture of the two left and right drivers removed. You attach the fixing screws and you screw the plate on, and thereafter you can put the two added drivers back onto it. And you can see it actually pivots out on these extra brackets on the side. some information about how to go about connecting the speaker cables to these. Picture's a bit faint, but hopefully you'll be able to make that out. And that's how to go about adjusting the grills. Those are the two, F and F. The F's mark the points where the Allen keys are, where you can unscrew them and widen the grill itself. And that's a grill cloth. This is just the same information that was on the separate manual for the Q-AV rear, so we won't spend too much time on it. This is more important, Q-AV subwoofer. Have a look at that. The subwoofer, you can buy it with a wall mounting plate, so the subwoofer can be easily wall mounted, and when not wall mounted, you can see that's the plate itself, and you've got this metal grill that covers the business section of the sub. Or it can be floor mounted on spikes, and that's just a wall mounting of the plate. It's not necessary to have the wall plate, I should say, because that hook on the back of the sub, if you have a big enough screw head on the that you screw into the wall, you can easily just hook that on instead. But as you can see, once it's on the wall, you've got the floor clearance underneath. And Q-Acoustics have forward planned it very nicely, that if you don't wall mount it, they give you the little emblem that you use to cover the hook for the wall itself. There's the labeling for the back of the sub, so you know what it's all about. And this is important. This is how you would connect the speakers left and right if you don't have a subwoofer. Care and cleaning warranty is fairly the same as in the other manual. We've got the specs. It was the same thing that we saw in the other manual as well, just for the rears. Let's have a quick look at the setup. We should double up the page so you can see both left and right sections. You'll just have to rewind the video to get the back, the top end of the page again. Anyway, I hope you guys are finding the manuals available on YouTube easier than having to download it online. Feel free to leave comments, and like I said, thanks for watching, and feel free to subscribe.